From the dawn of time, there have been defining human qualities that determine the rise and fall of nations, the success of its leaders, the victory of their battles, and the triumph of their spirit, but none as vital as that of loyalty and accountability.
When you stick to one, it is said to exhibit loyalty. Loyalty has been defined as the willingness to make an investment or a personal sacrifice to strengthen a relationship.
Loyalty is that one consistent choice you make in the face of hundreds of options. It is that assurance and conviction that regardless of whatever available possibilities life presents, you stick with your choice and see it through, no matter what.
Loyalty, by and large, can be summed up in one word: faithfulness. It celebrates a bond we consider special, in whatever form they take and in varying manners they may come in, be it a dog to its owner, a husband to his wife, a boyfriend to his girlfriend, a soldier to his flag, an employee to her company.
Having unswerving allegiance to a person, to a cause, or to anything.
Loyal ako sa trabaho ko, loyal ako sa taong pinaglilingkuran ko. So kung magiging loyal ako sa taong pinaglilingkuran ko, siguro magiging ko rin yung respect at yung pagiging loyal din na sa akin.
Loyalty is being faithful that is cultivated from trust.
Loyalty to me is very important. I made a loyalty to my husband as soon as we were, even before we got married. So loyalty to me is very sacred.
Loyalty means sticking. Habang andyan ka, be loyal to your position. Huwag kang scatter brain na ang dami-dami pong responsibility na hindi ka na makapokus.
It's being true. Being true to oneself. I am loyal to what I believe in, my principles, my values. And everything else, those external factors, I guess, I just have to make sure that who I am is translated into these external factors.
Loyalty is spirit of ensuring that once you have a commitment to do something, whether it is difficult or whether it is going to be, a partnership, it's a relationship. Loyalty is a relationship as well. It is a matter of being attached to one. It can be a principle. It can be a person. Okay? But being attached to, it's a conviction.
I'm loyal to my family. I'm loyal to my school. I'm loyal to my friends.
Loyal ako sa trabaho ko dahil yun ang orientation ko. Loyal ako sa paligid ko. Loyal ako sa sarili ko dahil alam ko tama yung ginagawa ko. Loyal ako sa kanila dahil alam kong tama din yung response nila sa akin.
I'm loyal to, of course, number one, the students, to my fellow SC officers, and of course, to the admin.
Habang andyan ka, be loyal to your position.
To my husband and to my son.
I'm loyal to students. I'm loyal to the institution. So I just have to make sure that in all these transactions, I'm loyal to what I believe in, but most importantly, what you've entrusted to us.
Loyal to whoever you are in partner with.
I think loyalty is important because it's a foundation of relationship.
Kasi siyempre, pag hindi ako loyal sa trabaho ko, sa akin nila sinasabi ko trabaho ko, parang lalabas, parang pakitang tao lang ginagawa ko, service sa kanila. So plastic.
Yes, I think loyalty is very important because it shows trust, especially when you are in a relationship.
Loyalty is important kasi yun ang nga rin ng it will direct you and make you more responsible.
Yeah, loyalty to me is very sacred.
At the end of the day, you have to believe in something. You cannot just be wandering around or playing around with people or ideas.
How you handle the small things is how you handle the big things. Then you find out how you become loyal to your wife is how you do things in everything you get to do.
Whenever someone is disloyal to me, I get very upset
Dalawang mukha ng paglilingkod ang pwede kong bigay sa kanila. Pagkaharap kita, okay ka. Pagtalikod mo, banatan kita.
Well, if you are not loyal, people won't trust you. And the other person that's in that relationship will actually feel insecure and be paranoid about you.
I feel that I'm not in the right direction if I were not loyal.
It will lead to something, may consequences pagka hindi ka loyal sa trabaho mo. Even sa family life, hindi ka loyal sa asawa mo, then you are inviting trouble.
If I say this, even if we are not totally agreeable to it, I'll tell it. I'll be true to you. I guess that's how I can say that I am loyal to my belief. And at least, I hope I can at least encourage you or at least get the message across to you.
Trust with people you work with fall apart. And when trust fall apart, clearly there is no relationship. And in an organization or in a union, okay, the moment trust disappears, everything falls apart.
I practice loyalty and I expect people to be loyal to me as well.
Be true to yourself, honest ka. Sabi nga kanina, kailangan diyan yung paglilingkod mo. Hindi kunyari lang. Hindi totoong paglilingkod mo.
By understanding why that person was not loyal to you. You try to understand why that person did that to you. Maybe she had a purpose, or maybe she had to learn from her mistakes.
I expect them to show truthfully who they are to me as I am to them.
Iniiwasan ko yung mamangka sa dalawang ilog, sabi nga. So, to one direction lang.
Truth, truth, truth. I have to be true to everything I believe in, and I have to be true to all persons I encounter with.
Well, I would rather reverse the response to that by saying, who you cannot trust, you cannot work with. So that means who you can work with, you trust, okay? And that means there's loyalty between the two.
I want them to reciprocate my loyalty if I'm being loyal to them.
Siyempre, unang-una yung honesty. Same time, maging totoo ka para maparating mo sa kanila. Alam mo, mararamdaman din yan eh. Totoo, kapag ang isang leader totoo sa kanyang paglilingkod, mararamdaman din yan ng mga local nasa community niya kung totoo yung paglilingkod mo hindi.
In the end, you have to be supportive to her, even if she was unloyal to you or something like that.
I am showing to them who I am, and I expect them to show who they are really to me.
To impart it, well, I've always tell the council members, it's beyond people actually. I stayed in the council not just for the personality, but because I hold the student council very dear to me.
Loyalty cannot be bought. Loyalty can only be earned. And the best way for you to earn loyalty is to work with them. Fight with them in the trenches. Climb the mountains with them. Do things they get to do. Because that's the only way they will feel that they are part of the drive that you push.
It is when you commit yourself to stand by decisions, choices, people, that you exhibit a great amount of loyalty. Loyalty strengthens the relationship of whoever and whatever you're loyal to. It creates its own rewards and benefits from its own incentives.
While loyalty builds, the absence of it destroys. What loyalty defines and ascertains, the lack of it confuses and ultimately complicates. Loyalty is important because in a world where everything is variable, the more important things in life should always remain constant.
When we fully own up to responsibility, we are in fact being accountable. It is said that it is not only the things we do, but also the things we do not do that we are held accountable to. Accountability and loyalty are like spoons and forks. They may be used separately, but are best experienced together. Accountability, unlike loyalty, has always had an unpleasant overtone as it gets loosely thrown around the moment people start blaming each other for a job badly done. Claiming responsibility, even at the onset of an undertaking, provides clear expectations of tasks which promote effective execution of any action.
Accountability strikes fear to those who more often than not are guilty or those who have something to hide. For others, it comes when it's simply not understood.
Accountability for me is answering to my actions, being responsible for my actions, sticking to my obligations, and acting on them.
Kaming mga public servants, laging sinasabi na lahat kami accountable dapat sa lahat ng bagay. Dahil may pinag-uusapan kapag ikaw public servants, barangay, involved, meron dyan funds.
Accountability for me is being personally liable in delivering results on a task given or an event that I am actually heading. You take the recognition if the project is successful, but you also take the risk of taking the blame when something goes wrong in that event.
There for my family at all times. As a wife, I have to take care of my husband. Being a mom, the basic stuff being a mom is really a constant worrying for me.
Accountability has something to do with the performance. What you have done on the position that you're holding, kung ano ginawa mo sa iyong mga kasakupan.
Accountability is my responsibility to a responsibility delegated to me, whether it's coming from the students or the other stakeholders in the university.
Functional line, which is the head of all CEOs, the head of international in Asia Pacific. He's the person I'm accountable for directly.
Since I'm the eldest, I'm accountable for my siblings. I'm also accountable for my family and my school.
Sa tao, sila ang lahat ng tumatakbo sa barangay galing sa taxes ng tao. Hindi kami makakakilos kung hindi kami gagamit ng perang galing sa kanila.
As a wife, of course, I'm accountable to my husband. I made a vow to him, and I hope he's that too. But yeah, I'm accountable to my husband and to my son.
I am now the president of the Federation of Senior Citizens. Ang main accountability ko ngayon ay sa mga senior citizens. During my time na I was city councilor, accountable ako sa mga taga-Pasig. Kung manager sa mga opisina, accountable ako sa position ko sa office. Kung ano ang dapat gawin ng office na yon, accountable ako sa mga stakeholders ng office na yon.
Well, while it is common sense that my mandate comes from the seat, I guess at the end of the day, I have to be first accountable to myself. I have to be true to what I hold dear, to all the values and principles that I really believe in.
Functional line, which is the head of all CEOs, the head of international in Asia Pacific. He's the person I'm accountable for directly.
Because if a person isn't accountable for the things they do, things can get chaotic.
Importante dahil malalaman namin kung kami ba ay nasa tamang direksyon.
Your responsibilities you have to keep in mind all the time. It's really important.
It will be that moving spirit kung anong gagawin mo sa position. And being trustworthy is being conscious of that word, accountability. Because later, they will judge you in the end. Even the Lord will judge you.
The importance of which is it brings order, it brings direction to what we do in the council.
Usually the question about accountability does not come up when you have a good result of a situation. But should the situation become adverse, then the word accountability falls into play.
Because if a person isn't accountable for the things they do, things can get chaotic.
Kaming public official, andun yung temptation lagi na pera yan, daling gastusin yan, lalo pa kung walang nagche-check nga sa amin, kung hindi may higpit ang mga commissioner audit o sa accounting ng local government, madali namin kunin yung pera magastos, i-declare lang namin, ito pinagkagastos na ito.
Well, if you're not unaccountable, you can actually get away with a lot of things. So like I'm the SC treasurer, maybe I could steal money if I'm not unaccountable, and that's like stealing money from you guys.
If I don't feel being accountable, then I guess my life will be like a whole big mess.
Irresponsible ka. If you are not conscious of that word accountable, you will be just popogi-pogi ka lang without going into any direction.
Well, the common answer is chaos, disorder. You have to understand, and this is one of the things that a common student may not know yet.
It's chaotic. Nobody is responsible for anything adverse that happens. It's a free for all.
Things can get very bad. For example, if I'm not accountable for my siblings, if things go wrong, it's going to be on me. It's going to be my fault since I wasn't there to act on my obligation as a sister to them.
Guide ka lang sa tinatawag na good governance. Makikita mo dun kung paano mo nga patatakbuhin yung community mo.
Well, first of all, you have to talk to that person if it's true. And if they think that what you did was really your fault, then I have to say sorry, I have to apologize, and learn from my mistake.
General rule ko sa buhay, paano ko ba sila mapapaligaya or paano ko mabibigyan pa ng mga, depende kung ano needs no?
In the council, there are very clear-cut rules about it. We are bound by the Constitution and bylaw. So there are things that we have to be accountable as part of audit and all this. If I'm going to relate it to my personal accountability now, so I just have to make sure that I do extra effort, extra diligence.
Performs all its regulatory functions within the country. We need to make sure that we follow the rules of the land. We need to make sure that we need to follow the rules of the regulator. We need to make sure that we need to follow whatever rules you have about labor.
Na-orient ko sila na pag-ingatan lahat ng gamit na hindi atin. Dumaan lang sa atin, panahon natin, pero hindi natin pag-aari ito.
Balance, kulang-kulang, walang nagdadaya ng mga resibo.
Well, you should practice what you preach in the first place. Kung hindi ka corrupt, yung mga tao mo hindi naman corrupt.
Even if I'm a quiet person, as long as my other officers know the experience that I'm like them and I'm very accountable to what I do, then at least there's this what we call hawa effect. I can get to influence them, hopefully positively.
And we have in our organization department instruction book, and we have an instruction manual which is separate from the book. So you have an overall Bible of what are the things you need to be able to do and be accountable for.
Accountability, you see, protects more than it endangers. Accepting it as a way of going about decisions and actions frees, as opposed to arrests. Because by owning up, we subject ourselves to others to check if we are on the right path, doing the right things. It's simple enough.
More than anything and more than anyone, we are all accountable to ourselves. We can be our own compass, pointing ourselves as well as others to the right direction, and ensuring that in everything we do, we hold ourselves responsible for every action and for every word.
These are the signs of the times.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
And essential things should stay as is, never changing, always enduring.
As we remain loyal, as we continue to be accountable.
Such is the standard.
Loyalty remains as accountability has. Today, these are no different. While the times may have changed, the workings of it remain the same. Loyalty isn't given, it is earned. The way accountability is given and never taken. Both, to this very day, have proven to be something that can't be forced out of people, but rather developed by being the kind of person people want to be loyal and accountable to. Loyalty. Accountability. Do you have it?